Jared Bush, it's time to do the power rankings. Okay, it's time to get in the nitty gritty and finally submit who we think are going to be the cream of the crop when it comes to the NFL.
Should I start?
You could start, but I do have a quick question before you start. Or not necessarily a question, but like an inquiry, okay. Regarding your list.
Yes.
I assume you have it written down somewhere. Maybe not, but I assume you have it at least written down in your mind. Okay. I also assume you have in your mind the one team that you left off that you think is going to be the most controversial. Who is your controversial / honorable mention that didn't make the list that you think is going to be the most controversial?
Maybe the San Francisco 49ers.
Wow. Oh, the Niners didn't make your list.
The Niners are not on my list.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. You could start. Do you want to start at 10?
On the outside looking in. So
hold on. We're actually going to write it down as we go. Okay.
I will start at 1. I'll start at 1. I'll start with my top team. Okay. So first, we brought in Myles Garrett. I don't think this is anybody's surprise. I think this is everybody's favorite. You brought in Myles Garrett.
It's the Rams.
Aaron Donald's coming back. Puka, Devontae, MVP quarterback.
Yeah.
Rams, first seed.
Not to even mention Trent McDuffie, but
not first seed, but yeah, you added Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson.
Yeah.
Rams, Super Bowl favorite, no question.
Yeah.
2, hey, we're gonna stick right in the division, NFC West. You lost a few guys, but you lost your starting running back, lost a few guys on that front, but great coach Mike McDonald.
Yep.
Sam Darnold, I think, has proven he's one of the 10 best quarterbacks in the league. He has a chance to enter top 5 conversations depending on how this year goes. So we're going to go right there with the Seahawks.
Okay.
3. Here's 3. I think I really like the Baltimore Ravens this year. I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens.
At 3.
At 3.
They missed the playoffs last year, Jared.
If that's Tyler Loop's fault, they should have made it. It would have been more. They would have been a much more competitive showing than the Steelers. I think they would have beat the Texans.
That's fair.
So 3, we're going to go with the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
4, we're going to go with the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
I know that it hurts to say this. It does hurt to say this, but man, these guys are elite. It almost
no matter where the Chiefs are on the list, they are going to be below the Broncos.
Yes, they have to be. Bo Nix has proven he can win. I have my questions about him, but he knows how to win.
Yep.
Sean Payton, don't like him. Great coach though. Got to respect his coaching ability. Elite defensive front. Got Nick Bonito, one of the best pass rushers in the league.
Yep.
And you added Jalen Waddle. Cortland Sutton. This is the best receiving core in the AFC West.
Bar none. Okay.
All right. Then 5. 5, I think we're going to go with the Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
I think Buffalo, obviously we know how good Josh Allen is in the regular season. You have still one of the best offensive lines in football. You have one of the best running backs in football. Have a lot of questions about the receiving core. I have plenty of questions. But I'm going to go with this team at 5. I think they run away with that division this year.
Okay.
6. I think I'm going to shock a lot of people with this. I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. Whoa.
Listen to me.
No Niners, but you do have the Cowboys.
I do have the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, I think, should be the MVP favorite coming into this year.
Okay.
They had one of the best offenses in the league last year. The defense really can't be worse. You have, in my opinion, I think the best receiving duo in the league with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. You have Javonte Williams at running back.
No slouch.
Really good offensive line.
Okay.
If the defense can just be average, we have a Super Bowl contender in Dallas.
Okay.
So we're going to go with Dallas at 6. Right behind them, though, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Philadelphia Eagles at 7. You lost A.J. Brown, but I don't think it's going to affect him as much as people think it is. I think Devontae Smith will really show up this year. The defense is still really elite.
Mekhi Lemon is also on that team.
Lemon, exactly. They drafted Mekhi Lemon. And my biggest question on this team, obviously, Hurts, make or break. What are you going to do this year? You have a lot to prove, and I think Sirianni could be on the hot seat depending on how this season looks.
I agree.
8, this might change the later we do this, the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
The Detroit Lions, strength of schedule, very friendly this year.
Yep.
I think they have a real shot at being the 1 or 2 seed in the NFC. I think they might be with the Rams, just considering their strength of schedule. They're probably in the toughest division in football.
Yep.
But offensively, they have everything. Defensively, you got Brian Branch. You got Aiden Hutchinson. Dan Campbell, great coach.
Yep. They also have Super Bowl champion Isaiah Pacheco on the roster.
Yes, they do. And then here we go. This is what we're going to go with at 9. Now I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
I think this team is going to be this is a redemption year for them. You improve the run game.
Yep.
Same as the Cowboys, the run game, how they are with the defense, run game can't be worse. It really can't.
It truly cannot.
You already know my questions I have about the receiver room. But if they can just be above average, Patrick Mahomes can do the rest.
Yeah.
And that's all I ask. Just catch the football, take care of the football.
Okay.
Andy Reid, I think he's going to be much better this year now that he has a better run game. They can be more dynamic. The defense, young, fast, come the middle of the season, that defense, watch out. And the Chiefs have a very friendly schedule to start the year, have a chance to really build some confidence. And then 10, going with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Whoa. Okay.
I think this is a year Joe Burrow's coming in the season healthy. You have T. Higgins. You have Jamar Chase. Your defense is improved. You added Brian Cook to help shore up that secondary. I think this team is going to be elite offensively.
They also added Dexter Lawrence.
Dexter Lawrence along that front line. This is a playoff team this year. They should be if Joe Burrow stays healthy. And that is my 10 on the outside looking in. I'm going to go with San Francisco. Then I think I'm going to go with the Chargers. I think those are two teams that are on the outside looking in. I'll add one more team in there just to make it 3. We're going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
And there you go.
So I
can't believe I left the team off. I'm going to do some rearranging.
You might have to do.
I think I'm going to boot off the Bengals for the Texans.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
The Texans defense is too good.
I was going to
Best defense in football.
Yes.
Best defense in football. But go ahead. It's your turn. It's your turn.
Okay. I actually have several questions about your list before I get into mine. Okay. First off, you have left off one very important team here. Someone is very missing here.
Who?
There was a team that, I don't know, kind of played in the Super Bowl this past year.
I don't think they're making the playoffs this year. They were omitted from this list for a reason. I think the offseason drama, you lost your number one receiver.
They added A.J. Brown.
They did add A.J. Brown, but that schedule, like I said, I can see them getting the 7th seed. But that is the easiest schedule I've ever seen in my life. They got to play last year. And they got a gift against the Broncos in the AFC Championship. Got a C.J. Stroud stinker. I mean, listen, they beat who's in front of them. So we're not going to take away them making the Super Bowl.
Right.
But best believe this is not going to be the same team as last year. I think they'll be on the outside looking in.
Well, you don't even think they didn't even make your honorable mention. Like, you don't think
that should be in my honorable mention. Honorable mention could be, like I said, it could be 4 or 5 teams because there's some honorable mention teams that are going to make the playoffs probably.
Yeah.
Like I didn't mention anybody from the NFC South. And the New Orleans Saints, I think, will make the playoffs.
Okay, interesting. Another thing, okay, you left off another team, although this one is more understandable.
I think the Texans, I have them so low because Stroud.
Yes.
Just because I just don't trust him.
And no one should trust him. Another team you've left off, which is more understandable, but I don't like it. The Bears, okay? You mentioned the toughest division in football. Guess who's in there?
Similar, and that plays a part into it. They're in the toughest division in football. They're going to have a first-place schedule this year.
Yep.
That can be brutal.
All right, and last thing with your list, the Bills. I think they're way too low.
I think they're going to win that. I think they're going to run away with that division. I think the Bills are 13-4 this year.
Okay, but I also think they have. You don't think they have a better chance to win the Super Bowl than the Ravens or the Broncos? Maybe.
I think they're about. Well, listen, I don't think Bo Nix is going to a Super Bowl. I'll tell you that. Okay. But I do think they can make the AFC Championship again. I think the Broncos have a chance to do that.
Okay.
I think the Ravens and Bills have quarterbacks that can. Well, I think with Lamar, he does in the regular season, but they can overcome difficult circumstances. I don't think Bo Nix can do that, which is why I think have the Ravens and the Bills so high.
Okay. Okay. You answered my question.
This is subject to change, though. This will be more firm, cemented. We stand on what we say here at Sports Pulse. So I'm going to stand on what I say with this. But we're going to do this again before week before week 1.
Obviously.
And I'll get back to you. But as of right now, that is my top 10.
Okay.
Yes.
I will do mine after this word from our sponsors at Ryan's Lawn, everybody.
The secret to a beautiful spring lawn is getting started early. Early lawn care helps your grass grow thicker and healthier while preventing weeds before they take hold. Don't miss out. Get ahead of spring and enjoy 50% off your first lawn application with Ryan. Contact us today.
ladies and gentlemen, Sports Pulse is back. Jared, we went over your top 10 list, and I think it's pretty good. But I have my top 10 list, and I think it's pretty undeniable. It also will be subject to change once the season is about to start up, but I'm pretty confident in this top 10 list. So here we go, just so you'll be able to see it as well. Number one, I mean, we agree. The Rams, for everything that you said to begin with, Myles Garrett, Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson, Matthew Stafford.
I think that's everybody's consensus favorite.
They're probably the favorite, and they should be the favorite because they are basically the dream team in the NFL right now. Barring any injuries, they should be number one. Number two, I thought you had this team way too low. The Bills, I think, have to be the favorite in the AFC until further notice, just because of who Josh Allen is, because of who James Cook is. They got a new head coach. We'll see what he's able to do. It seems like every year, no matter what, they're either the favorite or the second favorite in the AFC. I think this season will be no different until they actually get it done. So, to me, the Bills, they're there. There's no question that they are going to contend no matter what. The Chiefs have missed the playoffs more recently than the Bills have.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
Bills have to be number two. At number three, I mean, you can't put them too low because they're the defending champions. Although I think the loss of their Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker, it might haunt them a little bit. But other than that, they haven't had too many setbacks. So I think the Seahawks have to be at 3. Mm-hmm. At 4, it also pains me to put them there, but I have to respect the Broncos. They added Jerry Jeudy. They didn't lose too much else. Bo Nix, he did break his ankle, so there are questions.
You mean Jalen Waddle? You said Jerry Jeudy.
Oh, yes. Excuse me.
He did play with them, though.
Yes.
He did play.
Jalen Waddle, the addition of Jalen Waddle to the Broncos makes their receiving core very dangerous. We'll see what Bo Nix looks like after healing from his injury, but assuming he plays well, they should be 4. To me, I mean, you add A.J. Brown, you make the Super Bowl last year. Their schedule was cupcaked, that's for sure. But I think
being nice.
It might even be nice, but like when you make the Super Bowl, you should be 1, 2, or 3 on power rankings. I have them at 5. I feel like
they were not the second best team in the NFL last year.
Okay, they probably weren't, but I still think it's disrespectful to put them lower than this because they added A.J. Brown. They didn't get worse. They didn't trade away their best player.
Okay.
I think they made additions there. You're not high on this team, but I am. The Bears. Okay. I have them winning their division. I do not like the Packers. I like the Lions a lot, but man, they missed the playoffs last year. They surely did. And to just kind of pencil them in to win the division, I think it's very dangerous, especially when you have a team in the Bears that played very well and has a quarterback that is looking to emerge and become a superstar. If Caleb Williams becomes a superstar we think he's going to become, they should be running that division, even if it's tough. And I have them at 6. I think he's going to be able to do it. At 7, I have the Chiefs. Okay.
That's fair. That 7 to 10 range is fair.
I think I flirted with not even having them in the top 10, Jared Bush.
I did as well. But then if you evaluate everything, I think I had to.
It ultimately became a question of will Patrick Mahomes play well next year? Not even will he play well for his standards, but will he play well coming off this injury? I choose to believe that he will, so I have them at 7. If I thought that he wasn't going to play well, I would have not put them on this list. I have the Niners up here. For some reason, Kyle Shanahan always is able to get his team to play very well.
Added Mike Evans, too.
Christian McCaffrey's still there. George Kittle's still there. Brock Purdy's still there. I still have this team in the top 10.
But George Kittle won't be out. That's a large reason why he will be out, because he tore his Achilles.
Yes. So we'll see what's going on with the Niners. Again, this will be subject to change. I have the Texans here at 9. That defense is hellacious.
It's probably the best in football.
Even if C.J. Stroud is just as bad as he was last year, they should still make the playoffs and should still be a very tough out for anybody.
That defense has their floor at 10 wins.
Yes.
With that defense.
So I have them at 9, and then just beating out the Chargers and the Eagles, I have the Lions.
Okay.
I really do still like that. I think it's fair. They are in a very tough division, but I think they have a very favorable schedule this year coming up. I also think that the Packers are going to be worse because they don't have Micah. So with that in mind, I think they make the playoffs. I think they're better than a lot of teams. So, the talent is still there in that in that team. So I like that list.
Any surprise teams you have making the playoffs that weren't on this list? Because we both left off NFC South teams. I told you. The Saints, for me, I was really impressed how Tyler Show ended the season. I think they have a lot of potential going into next year. The NFC South is a weak division. The Saints are my surprise team.
I have the Giants as a surprise team. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs necessarily. I think they'll battle for a wild card spot. I like John Harbaugh. I like that defensive line. I like Cam Scatterboo. I don't necessarily like Jackson Dart, but I think that team can make some noise, especially on the defensive end. All right, that's all we have for today, Jared Bush. I like our list.
That was a good list.
I agree.
We'll be back with it. I'll be back with a more concrete version
later on.
in about a month.
Yes, I agree with that.